It's time for Rebel Sports on MyLocalRadio.com and 98.3 KADQ. Rebel Sports is brought to you by Rocky Mountain Power, Ready, Rich School District, Town of Randolph, Come On In, Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, T7 Propane, Station on Main, Stacy's Repair, Ellingford Brothers, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, Bear Lake Realty, Independent Software Solutions, Jimmy John's, Dr. McKay Frankum, Crawford Trough, Woodruff Corner Store, Our Bakery, Mound Valley Cattle Company, and the town of Garden City.
When you're hungry,
testing. Okay, you're up now. Let's go through some sound testing to make sure that we are coming through on the microphone. cheering so we get your scoreboard. So this is your scoreboard?
Yeah, so right here. Okay, so they can hear the gym, but not us.
Oh, they must be this mic then.
What's that?
They can't hear you guys, huh? They can. I'm guessing they can hear me right now.
It's taken from this.
I bet so. See, this is how do you usually have it set up? You have a USB in, right?
Yeah, it's
Hey, we can't have two going at the same time. The audio's not coming into this. We got to just have one.
And if it is coming through, we apologize for the internet that's going on here as well. Hey, if we're going to disconnect that, let's do it. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think we're good. I think we do have, go back to live cam. Okay, we're just going through some sound checks, waiting to hear back from our studio to see if,
Test.
I think we're good, Gary. Okay. So, and just to be transparent, everyone, the internet connection is not good here, so hopefully the voices will come through, even if the video is a little bit choppy, but we'll work on that as we go too. So Gary, I want to start off with addressing something that's been very hard today. It's been a very, very hard day for our community, and especially the Smith family, obviously. And for those that may not be aware, the Rebel basketball family lost Daniel Smith earlier this morning at 18 years old, and it has been a tough one. And we, all of our prayers, thoughts, everything out to the Smith family. Coach Cornea, I sat in the team meetings today with both the boys and the girls, Gary, and you could hear a pin drop. Obviously, it was a very solemn situation, and Coach Cornea wanted me to be transparent on the air about why the boys are not playing this weekend. Obviously, self-explanatory, but Coach Cornea was given the option by administration, and he individually called every single of his players and asked them what they would like to do, and well, not what they would like to do. He was checking on how they were doing, and Coach Cornea said based off of how they were doing, the reactions he was getting, he knew that this was not going to be a weekend to play basketball for them, which is completely understandable. So our thoughts and prayers with the Smith family, with the Rebel basketball teams, and all of Rich County. And thank you to everyone that's been reaching out to these boys and to their family, obviously. And Gary, we'll try to do our best here.
Yeah, and I was going to say, it's not just this county, this region, all of them reaching out so much to all of us.
Yeah, we've seen messages from Tabiona saying they're going to be wearing blue this weekend. Tintic, expressing their condolences. Obviously, a very tight-knit region, and Gary just losing an 18-year-old. It's just unspeakable. So we're one big family, and we're all hurting here. And thank you for tuning into the game. And we're gonna do our best to make sure that it's brought to you in a professional and positive way.
You know, I'm watching these girls play, and you could tell they started out having hard time with their concentration, and they're just trying to get their muscle memory just to work. And some days it's just all of a sudden it's not as important. Basketball just isn't.
Well, and Gary, when the girls were asked what they wanted to do, because they gave them the same option of, hey, it'd be understandable if you don't want to play this weekend with what has happened, and they wanted to be together. They felt that they would mourn best if they were, on a bus ride together down to Park City and then playing a basketball game together and represent our county. So, so it was, it was a tough decision for them, obviously, but they wanted to be together, and so we jumped on the bus right after and came down.
And here we are, yeah. So, starting out the game here, Argyle hit a couple of threes. I didn't pick up on who hit that the other two, but the Argyle girl had a couple of threes to get to that 8.
So Gary, last time these two teams played, Rich and Windover, the first game of the season, blowout victory for the Lady Rebels. But if anyone was there for the last meeting, which was just a couple weeks ago at Rich, Windover gave us everything they wanted. So this team has the potential to be very good against us. In particular, number 25 for Windover, last time we met, DuBois, she had a career game. She did a great job, her and Alvarez, great players. And there's Weston with the steal. She's going to go ahead and finish at the rim. And Rebels now up 12-5.
The Pugmires had a couple of big rebounds, hit that last hesitation layup on the last time down.
And again, everyone, apologies. I'm sure your internet feed is a bit choppy and maybe some buffering. That's on our end. We're trying our best to make that be better. But and we're working on getting the scoreboard figured out as well. And so just bear with us. But we'll make sure you stay updated. Right now it's Rich 12, Windover 5 with 2:07 to go in the first, with DuBois going to the line to shoot 2.
She's doing her best to mimic what she did the last game.
Right, yeah, and she was tough last game on the from the foul line and from the paint. So
not able to get that one to go down.
Yep. So the first one for DuBois is just rims out. Her second is upcoming on the way. It is up and good. It rattles in, and so
here goes that side break. That was sure working with him down at Tabiona right there, and that left-handed layup against Tabiona the other night.
Weston works it over to McKinnon. She has a nice entry pass to Pugmire, but that's stolen away and thrown up ahead for Windover. Weston there on the defense. Great blocking, but she steps out of bounds. But great defense there from Molly to prevent that breakaway layup.
Yeah, nice position. She was there in time and didn't push herself into it to pick up that foul. That was a great non-call.
So DuBois, Gary, take over for just a second. I'm going to talk to Zach about our stream.
The only feedback I'm getting is
great defensive move on by Weston again. Goes out of bounds on the baseline. Again, the score is 12-6. I don't know what you guys are seeing or not seeing yet. 12-6, Rebels are ahead.
Just that it says Tabiona. You got it?
Dribble drive. Oh, great post-up move.
Gary, I've got Zach here. He's a whiz. He hasn't sat at this laptop all year, and he's able to get our scoreboard back up.
This is kind of nice. It's like old times.
Yeah.
When me and Zach, I don't know what was it, 15 years ago, and here old Zach, and look at the concentration on his face.
Don't throw out years. That's when I was in high school, so it's going to make me sound really old.
There you go.
Okay, to the line to shoot 2 for Windover. That's, I believe, number 4, Hernandez, and her first rims out. And into the game for the Rebels, Brindley Hatch and Paige Smith in for Molly Weston and Dottie Morse.
Yeah, Hernandez made a great move on the baseline, posted up great, and then just was able to pull the foul.
Minute 42 to go in the first. Hernandez's second is good, so it's now 12-7 in favor of the Rebels as Smith looks to bring the ball up court, across half court, and she passes across to Jolly and then back around to McKinnon on the right wing. She skip passes to Jolly. Now Smith up top. Windover in a zone defense, trying to work around this potent Rebel offense. Is a great high-low look, gets into Hatch. She puts it up and is no good. Defended well there by Hicks, and she gets it up.
Great job on the Rebels playing that zone. They went into the short corner offense, pull pass down the short corner, and it has to pull then they have to make a decision whether to come off and play out on the baseline or hold the block, and they were able to get that down on the block.
Pugmire inbounds to Smith. Smith brings it across half court. Smith crosses over to
Short
Jolly.
corner right there. They can either take that shot. If they don't come out on them, they can get that shot. If they do, they can dump it in. That was a great job.
What's that?
14-7 Rebels.
It's wired in.
48 seconds
So
left.
we're not connected to any Wi-Fi. We're wired into that box.
Weston almost picked up a foul
see
up
that
top.
right there?
Looked like a
So the only way you're going to be able to connect is if I unplug that.
great job with Smith and Weston up.
This usually is dynamite. I don't know what it is.
Sorry, still a couple of technical difficulties. Great pass down low to Pugmire.
Cause see, usually there's a green square down here that's telling me how my internet connection is. It's not even there. It's been replaced with
I guess that was before the
I
shot.
don't even know what that is.
Great pass in
Green
to
square right here showing me
Weston.
what the internet speeds are. Right here.
To Pugmire there, not able to finish. Now it's the steal. Smith went up with her left hand and able to, looked like it was going to go down. Doesn't finish.
I'm trying to think of.
Rebound picked up. And at the buzzer, we're going to finish no good. We're going to finish this quarter at 14-7.
When you're hungry for an amazing breakfast, just like Grandma used to make, visit our bakery on Main Street in Randolph. We hand make fresh pastries for you to enjoy. Supporting the Rich Rebels and thanking you for your business, visit our bakery today.
We are back from that break. Thank you for tuning in. Lady Rebels to start the second quarter up 14-7. Football score, Gary.
Yeah, well, our favorite.
Yeah, that's right. And so, Gary, just give me some feedback on your thoughts so far throughout this early game.
Windover's getting after it. They're trying to keep it close like they did the last game. They're very active on defense, but the difference so far in the game is actually a very well thought out plan against their zone defense, Windover zone defense. They're going to that short corner offense and makes that the defender on the block come out or leave that short shot open. So either way, but it's working for the Rebels, and that's why they double up the score 14-7.
Yep, the Lady Rebels have done great against the zone all year long, and you're seeing it again here as they are up, as you say, doubled the score 14-7 as the ball is inbound to Weston. She kicks it over to Jolly. Jolly pump fakes and drives into the paint, puts up a floater, no good. Rebounded by Windover. That's Bateman. She's going the other way. Dribbles to her left. Hands to Hicks. Hicks gets it into Hernandez. They're going to get her for a double dribble.
You got to use that left hand.
Yep. So a turnover forced by the Rebels.
That was a great spin move. Just needed to go to her left.
That's right.
Still 14-7.
You keep talking.
Smith at the wing. Over to Weston up top. Now back down into Smith. And great dump down low to Pugmire. Unable to finish. May have had that name wrong. That was actually the Hatch. Sorry about that. Baseline jumper, not able to finish for Wendover. Smith with the steal over to Weston. Weston on the dribble drive. Going to finish hard with the right hand and put that down. That was a long time, no score for the Rebels, but now up 16-7. Weston trying to get a hand on that ball, unable to steal. Smith late getting to the closeout up on the three. And Wendover with the 3-point basket.
We may lose connection here, folks. We're trying to get onto a different network so you don't have such a choppy stream. So if you do lose connection completely, that's why, and hopefully it'll lead to a better experience quality-wise.
So just so you know, I think that was Hicks with the 3-point play for Wendover on that last nice pass down low with her up with her left hand and able to put that in.
So the Rebels now up 18-10 with 6:02 to go here in the first half.
Hatch with a great left-hand layup on that one. Smith
Rebels,
almost with the steal there.
Yep, Rebels have gotten into their press, and Du Bois goes to the hole. Good defense by the Rebels, and they're going to say that was tipped out of bounds by the Rebels as Lacey McKinnon looks to check in for Brinley Hatch for the Rebels.
Hatch did a great job as she came in and put in some very productive minutes for the Rebels.
So Wendover looking to inbound. They do get it in time, into the middle to Hicks. Hicks hands to Bateman. Bateman puts it up, and that is good just as the shot clock expires. So down 6 now, Rebels up 6. Smith gets to Weston. Weston feeds Pugmire inside. Pugmire kicks it back out to Smith for 3. No good. Rebounded by.
Something Wendover's doing well is not running to the ball, and they're blocking out their guy on the rebounds, and it's working for them.
Well, you just saw it there as Hicks able to get that rebound and put back to give her side just a 4-point deficit now.
Nice inbound, nice
yep.
Baseline pass there.
McKinnon with the finish at the basket to make this a 6-point lead in favor of the Rebels. Wendover does break the press, gets it across. McKinnon tips the ball out of bounds, so it'll stay with Wendover. And Cass Argyle is going to now check in for. All right, so Jolly is going to come out, Argyle in, and the Rebels are going to take a timeout. We'll be back after this. Thanks for tuning into My Local Radio and 98.3 KDQ FM.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Okay, we are back here coming out of a rich high timeout with 4:54 to go in the first half with the Rebels up 20-14. And we can't emphasize enough the hard day that Rich County is having, and these girls out here playing their hardest amidst a tragedy that we had earlier this morning with Daniel Smith from the boys team. And we talked about that at the beginning of our broadcast, but very, very difficult day to say the least, and our hearts and prayers are with the Smith family continually. And I believe hopefully our stream is a little bit better. Feel free to update us on how things are looking on your end, but that first foul shot for McKinnon is up and no good, with a second one on the way.
Well, that was a great entry pass to McKinnon down low. Great pass.
Her second is up and no good as well. Rebounded by Hicks. She gets it out in front to Alvarez. Alvarez goes to the left wing. She goes baseline, then kicks to Hernandez. Hernandez puts it up and in. So So the Wildcats not going anywhere so far.
No, they're here to make an upset. That's for sure. That's the beauty of you got to play the game.
That's right. And Weston has it on the right wing. She kicks it across to Argyle, who's cutting through the key. We have a scrum for the ball that will result in a jump ball.
Another great hustle play by Wendover. They're doing all they can to stay in this ball game.
Yeah, and they are down just 4 now as they put up a 3 from the corner, and that is no good.
That's too bad. That was a great block out by Weston.
But the first half. Weston kicks to Argyle on the right wing. Argyle dribbles to her left, and she is fouled. Only 1 foul so far this half, Gary, so that'll be just the second team foul for Wendover. Rebels have not been called for a foul, so just 2-0. So we got a ways to go before anyone's going to the foul line for a bonus.
Yeah, that foul was picked up by Bateman, I believe. Yes, Bateman was showing her second.
Smith drives to the block, kicks it out to Weston. Weston for 3 and no good. And they're going to go over the back on the Rebels heading the other way.
Yeah. Again, I mean, to give Wendover some credit, they're doing a good job on the ball. Ball goes up instead of just going towards the ball. They're blocking out first, and that's why they picked up that foul over the back.
And again, just for those who weren't tuning in earlier, as I said, Gary, I was in those meetings and able to hear the conversation between Coach Lundgren and his team about whether they were going to play this weekend. And what it really came down to was they wanted to be together.
Yep.
They wanted to mourn together. They wanted to play basketball together. And they're here now, obviously with a lot of emotions, and it's going to be that way for a while. And hats off to both our boys and girls team for enduring this, and the community's going to have their back all the way. So a 3-point attempt that is no good off the front iron, rebounded by Weston, going the other way. And into the hands of Argyle, back to Weston. Weston dribbling to her left. She feeds it into Hatch. Hatch turns, kicks it back to Weston. 20 seconds on the shot clock as she passes to Argyle and then to Hatch on the left wing. Hatch finds Smith in the corner. Rebels working it around the perimeter against this Wendover defense. Great find there by Argyle. Yep. She had Smith in the open, and they're going to get a foul on the ground against Wendover. And so we're going to have an inbounds pass coming up here.
Well, good foul by Wendover. They knew they were in trouble on that one, and Pugmire does finish that. But no good.
When it's on that end, zoom in just a tad more when it's on that end. We're going to try to zoom in a little bit more when it's on this other end of the floor. We're here at Park City High School, and Gary, Region 22 tournament, I say is back, but it used to be the Region 16 tournament.
Yeah, well, the North, we'll call it the North Region tournament is back.
That's right.
I believe it was my oldest son, Jordan, was the last one that was able to participate in. That was quite a tournament, the last one.
Alvarez misses that layup and rebounded by Weston, now going the other way. She kicks it to Smith. Smith finds Argyle. She's already had a couple threes. Argyle feeds it into Pugmire. Pugmire
nice
up,
left.
no good. Been a 1-point game for a while, and they're going to get a travel called on Hicks as she tried to get the outlet pass there.
Yeah, that was a good job on the defense there to act like she was going to break up the floor and cut back really quick. I believe that was...
Gary, special thanks to our board member, Zach McKee, for getting our scoreboard back and a nice healthy stream going, I believe. So we're showing green bars on our end. We haven't seen that for a while. Argyle kicks it to Smith, the baseline. Smith, they collapse down on her. Wendover does, and so she kicks it back out. Argyle now has on the right wing. Skips it over to Smith, then back to Hatch. Weston now gets it on the baseline and immediately goes into Pugmire, and they're going to call 3 seconds.
Oh, boy. I don't know if I love that call.
Well, especially because we scored right off.
Right. Well, but I mean, it was one of those where she wasn't like just camping there. She came up the top, went out, then she was probably in there for 3 seconds. But, man, there was a lot of movement there.
On the other end here, Wendover with the ball. They get it into Hicks. Hicks hands to Dubois. She will shoot that 3, but she will drive into the hole, puts one up, and good.
Boy, that was a nice, strong crossover, switch over to that side. That was a great job by Dubois.
So Wendover now with their first lead of the game, up 21-20. Weston has it up top. She passes to Smith. Smith into Pugmire. Pugmire shoots from the elbow, no good. Rebounded by Wendover, and they're going to get it up ahead. Great job by Argyle, but they're going to get her for the foul for the reach around behind.
It's so hard to, that defense it was there. It's so hard to get that as a no call.
Right, yes.
when you come from behind.
So into the game, Kira Jolly comes in for Cass Argyle. So in for the Rebels right now, Weston, Pugmire, Smith, Hatch, and Jolly. Following the foul, inbounded to Hicks.
Well, that was too easy.
Her two-pointer is up and in.
Rebels need to be fronting that and not let that pass come in. That was too easy.
Weston passes over to Jolly. Jolly to Smith. Smith inbounds to Hatch. Hatch goes up. No good. Well defended by Wendover. Weston trying to break things up, and she does. She hands to Pugmire. Pugmire kicks it back out to Hatch. Hatch to Weston on the wing. So great job by Weston to get that ball back, giving
nice
the Rebels another possession. We just cannot finish at the rim right now as the ball missed and gets out into the hands of Alvarez. She takes it across half court. 10 seconds on the clock of the first half. Rebels down 3. A scrum for the ball ends up back with Wendover. Can they get one up in time? They do, and it is no good.
Boy, hard-fought battle that first half, and I know this is going to sound like I'm making excuses, but these girls are getting their shot that they normally get. It's just not going in, and I'm
very
sure
emotional day.
I'm sure they're battling some concentration.
Yeah, I've got no problem attributing it to that. I rode the bus with them, and it's a lot to go through for anyone, but especially 15 to 18-year-olds losing a classmate, as these girls did earlier today. So we will be back. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk more about the halftime show and go to our standout student of the week. Thank you for tuning in to mylocalradio.com, listening in at 98.3 KDQ FM.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cash back for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Randolph Medical Clinic is known for comfortably treating acute and chronic conditions as well as mental health. Nurse practitioner Nancy Weston is known for providing compassionate care. Appointments can be made by texting 435-200-5416. Randolph Medical Clinic.
It is now time for our Student of the Week, and this is going to be a unique one. 2 interviews at once, but we're going to do that because I've got Nina Hillier and Lexi Rao here, our most recent state champs. And guys, congrats on the state championship that you guys were able to do last weekend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And so when I say state championship, that was in girls wrestling. So Nina, let's start with you. How long have you been wrestling?
4 years.
4 years. So you're a senior this year.
Yes.
What did that mean to you to be able to end your senior year with a state championship in a sport? It's not like there's a long history of it at Rich High School. You're kind of trailblazing and laying down the foundation for many girls to come. What did that mean to you to end this way?
It was really awesome to me. Wrestling has shaped who I am, and being able to finish it off with the state title was really amazing. And it's just like you said, it's not very old, but being able to lay down that foundation for girls to come and showing them that we are capable of doing these things is really awesome to me.
Well, that's awesome. And what got you into wrestling? Maybe your freshman year was the first year that it was starting and had to be around there. What got you interested into wrestling?
So in middle school, I actually managed wrestling, and I thought it was really cool. And I was, I really want to do that, but there wasn't an opportunity for me to do it. But then I got to high school, and they had started it the year before. And so my freshman year was the second year of girls wrestling at Rich High. And I was like, okay, let's try it. Let's do this. And I got into it, and that's about how I...
Perfect. That's awesome. Lexi, what about you? What got you into wrestling, and what year is this for you, wrestling?
So this is my third year of wrestling. My brother did wrestling in high school, and every time I watched him, I was like, well, this is really cool. And I was talking to my dad about it, and I was like, Dad, I really wish there was a girls' team so I can start doing this because this is really awesome. And it looked just so much fun to me. And when they started it during my 7th grade year, I was so happy. I called my dad and told him I'm going to start wrestling, and he was like, okay, sounds good.
That's awesome. And Lexi, what grade are you in this year?
I'm 9th grade. I'm a freshman.
That's what I thought. So are you excited for the possibility that you have a shot at winning 3 more state championships in wrestling?
Yes.
Is that a goal of yours?
Yes, it is.
Nina, coming back to you, and Lexi, I'm going to ask you the same question. Nina, tell us about your state championship match last weekend.
It was kind of crazy. They tell us 6 minutes is a long time, but it didn't really feel that long to me because being my last time on the mat, I took it all in. The whistle blew the first round. I was just in my head just saying, like, I can do this. This is it. You've got to do this. And then we got to the 3rd period, and I was up 1 point. I was like, there's no way that I'm going to win by just 1 point. So I was down on bottom, and this is where I'm good at. And so I got a reversal, which was 2 points, and I held her on the mat for 3. So in like 7 seconds, I scored 5 more points, and then at the end it was 8-2.
You won it by 8-2.
Yep.
That's awesome. So domination in the 3rd period.
Yes.
Lexi, how about you? How did things go for you? Well, obviously you won, but give us some details on your final match at state.
So I stepped on the mat. I was a little nervous because last year, I had a really good last match last year for my state championship match, and I learned a lot from it. But just from everyone being there and watching me, it was a little nerve-wracking. But I did pin her in the first round. I watched her matches that day and see what this girl was doing and what moves that she was best at and what she did the most. And I kind of talked to my coaches, and she was like, well, she's a headlocker, and you're a headlocker as well. So either you're going to get a headlock or you're going to get a headlock. But she did try to do a headlock on me, and then I did a headlock back to her and got her down.
Beat her with her own medicine.
Yep.
That's awesome. I'm here with Lexi Rao and Nina Hillier, our most recent state champions, making Rich High School proud down at Girls Wrestling State last weekend. Guys, we'll be back right after this. We're going to take a quick break.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further.
It is now time for our student.
Really cool. And I was talking to my dad about it, and I was like, Dad, I really wish there was a girls' team so I can start doing this because this is really awesome. And it looked just so much fun to me. And when they started it during my 7th grade year, I was so happy. I called my dad and told him I'm going to start wrestling, and he was like, okay, sounds good.
That's awesome. And Lexi, what grade are you in this year?
I'm 9th grade. I'm a freshman.
That's what I thought. So are you excited for the possibility that you have a shot at winning 3 more state championships in wrestling?
Yes.
Is that a goal of yours?
Yes, it is.
Nina, coming back to you, and Lexi, I'm going to ask you the same question. Nina, tell us about your state championship match last weekend.
It was kind of crazy. They tell us 6 minutes is a long time, but it didn't really feel that long to me because being my last time on the mat, I took it all in. The whistle blew the first round. I was just in my head just saying, like, I can do this. This is it. You've got to do this. And then we got to the 3rd period, and I was up 1 point. I was like, there's no way that I'm going to win by just 1 point. So I was down on bottom, and this is where I'm good at. And so I got a reversal, which was 2 points, and I held her on the mat for 3. So in like 7 seconds, I scored 5 more points, and then at the end it was 8-2.
You won it by 8-2.
Yep.
That's awesome. So domination in the 3rd period.
Yes.
Lexi, how about you? How did things go for you? Well, obviously you won, but give us some details on your final match at state.
So I stepped on the mat. I was a little nervous because last year, I had a really good last match last year for my state championship match, and I learned a lot from it. But just from everyone being there and watching me, it was a little nerve-wracking. But I did pin her in the first round. I watched her matches that day and see what this girl was doing and what moves that she was best at and what she did the most. And I kind of talked to my coaches, and she was like, well, she's a headlocker and you're a headlocker as well, so either you're going to get a headlock or you're going to get a headlock. But she did try to do a headlock on me, and then I did a headlock back to her and got her down.
Beat her with her own medicine.
Yep.
That's awesome. I'm here with Lexi Rao and Nina Hillier, our most recent state champions, making Rich High School proud down at Girls Wrestling State last weekend. Guys, we'll be back right after this. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about your guys' future, not just in wrestling, but in school and in a career as well. We'll be back after this.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
When was the last time you got to stay at a hotel that had an indoor waterfall and a fish pond? Or a hotel with a swimming pool, a baby pool, and 5 hot tubs? At the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming, you'll get all of this, plus an amazing complimentary breakfast. You can even reserve a suite with a private jacuzzi for 2. The rates are so affordable that every time you're in Casper, you and the whole family can stay without breaking the bank. The best hotel in Casper is the Come On In and Suites. Make your reservations today and come on in.
We are back here for the second half of action between the Rebels and the Wildcats. The Rebels down 3 as Weston's going to look to tie it up right off the bat, and it just rims out. But a great rebound by Pugmire to keep it alive. And it is kicked out to Weston. Weston back to Smith for 3. No good. This time rebounded by Hicks, heading the other way. And Hicks passes up ahead to Alvarez, and she dribbles over to the right-hand side. And looking to the inside, kicks to Hicks on the wing. Back up top to Dubois. Dubois dribbles to her right. She goes baseline. And great defense there by Paige Smith as Dubois dribbles it off her leg and out of bounds.
Yeah. I think she could have picked up an offensive foul there if she had held her spot, but again, at least the ref didn't call her for the foul even though she was moving.
Wendover into a full court press, which, Gary, I think could work in the favor of the Rebels, who are a very athletic team, and I hope they press us all game long because I think we can break that and get some scores as the Rebels now cut it to 1, 23-22.
I think you're right, and in fact, the more they can do that left side sideline break, I think that's going to work for them big time.
Alvarez with the 3, that is no good. Tipped out of bounds. They're going to keep that here with Wendover. And so the ball will go out of bounds, and Alvarez to inbound for Wendover. And into the game, Dottie Morse coming in for Brindley Hatch.
So again, not to continue to make excuses, but boy, it's a different day.
Yep, you can just kind of feel it in this gym, Gary. It's and if you're Wendover, of course, you need to still compete and everything.
You compete. Yeah, absolutely.
But with the Rebels here, I mean, they're here to mourn together. Yep. Winning is secondary today, for sure. Weston has it up top.
Weston got away with the double dribble there. Yep. She knew it.
And once again, we're just doing things that we don't usually do. Our heads are probably back home in Randolph right now, which is completely understandable. As Argyle's shot rims out, rebounded by Wendover. Alvarez has it going the other way. Long 2-pointer for them, no good. Hicks rebounds and puts it back up, but she's going to be fouled, I believe, by Argyle, and she's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Yes. It's one of those things as a coach, you cuss them going, don't watch the ball go up in the air, go find your guy and block out before it, and that's what caught out Argyle off guard there, and she's unable to be in position for that foul.
So Hicks goes to the line. Her first is up and no good. And Hatch back into the game for Morse. And that's the second team foul, or second personal foul for Argyle. First team foul for the Rebels with 6:09 to go in the second half. This is the semifinal game. Winner of this game will play in the championship game tomorrow. Weston gets it ahead to Argyle in the corner. Argyle finds an open Hatch. Hatch not able to finish. Rebounded and a jump ball coming up, which will give Windover the ball back.
Now, the other night when I watched that side break, that was automatic. They'd come down that left side, hit it into her, and that was 2 points every time.
Yep. Not so tonight. Rebels are going to have to find a different way to get things rolling. Down 2 with 5:55 to go in the third. And Windover, throw it out of bounds there, so that'll give the ball back to the Rebels. And let's be honest, Gary, I mean, and they talked about this in the team meetings today, of that the girls and boys, there would be no shame in not coming down here. The boys and girls have a combined record of 20-0 in region this year. So trying to make it to where, if you don't win down here, you're not region champs. That's not at all the case. This is really a tournament to help us get ready for state, every team down here. Three-pointer up for Windover, no good, and out of bounds.
One thing I want to also do right now, too, is even though I've been talking about tough day for Rich, Windover's playing their hearts out there.
Right.
They're earning everything they got right now.
Well, and these games do count towards your RPI, Gary. Yep. So if Windover were to beat Rich, it really would bolster their RPI. And honestly, Windover's in a good situation because even losing to a team with a really high win percentage will bump you up. So
absolutely,
even if Windover were to lose this game, it helps their RPI out. We're going to stay right here. There's just 25 seconds until gameplay again. But Gary, just from what you're watching, what do the Lady Rebels need to do to kind of get back into sync here and back to what they're normally doing?
I'm going to stick with what you said before. I think if they take advantage of that full court press and keep working their side break, keep doing exactly what they're doing. They're getting their shots.
Yeah.
They're going to start going down for them, and they'll pull off the game. I really just think they keep doing what they're doing because they are getting their shots. It's not like they're taking bad shots.
Well, and I think Coach Lundgren's going to just let the process go to where we'll start hitting, and then we're going to be all right. That's how I would look at this.
They just need a couple of them to go down.
Yep. So in for Rich is Pugmire, Jolly, Weston, Smith, and McKinnon. McKinnon skips it to Jolly. Jolly to Smith in the corner. Jolly looking inside to Pugmire. She'll skip to Weston. 15 seconds on the shot clock. McKinnon back to Weston. Weston tries to get it inside to Smith, and that is poked away. And back into the possession of Windover.
Windover, watching them on defense, you got to give them credit also. They are closing out very quickly out to the shot, and they're not overplaying it. They're not jumping out of position. They're doing a good job on defense.
So Alvarez does bring it across half court. Gets it to
double dribble.
So I'm going to get Alvarez for the double dribble, giving the Rebels the ball back. And if you're Rich, you want to definitely take advantage of this opportunity to get the ball back and put some points on the board. Weston passes to Jolly. Jolly back to Weston. Weston's going to go for three. This would be big, and that is good, and that goes, giving the Rebels a lead.
You just got to get a couple of those to go down so your confidence can go up and able to finish what you're doing right. Because they are doing it right. They're doing right. They're getting their shots.
Bateman drives into the paint. Hicks has it up top. She's going to try for three. That is no good. Great rebound by McKinnon. She gets it out to Weston. Weston gets it across into the paint, but she'll kick it back out to Smith. Smith dribbles to her left. Pugmire now has it on the baseline. Back to Weston. Weston for another three. Just rims out, but a great rebound there by Jolly to keep things alive, reset the shot clock. McKinnon now for three. She can hit them, and that goes.
Again, now you're up 4 points. Things were looking gloomy. You hit a couple of shots. Energy goes back up, and you remember you're playing basketball.
And Gary, the girls are digging deep here. It was, it was 4 hours ago we were sitting in the home ec room at the high school, and these girls all had tears coming down their face. It was just a very solemn situation. Now they're here digging deep, and they just took a 4-point lead. You got to appreciate these girls and their courage right now in this game. We'll be back after this. Thank you for tuning in to Lady Rebel Basketball online at mylocalradio.com. Listening in at 98.3 KDQ FM.
Welcome to Water's Edge, right downtown Garden City. Beachfront condos, close to the beach, close to downtown for your renters and the owners.
So, Gary, it's I've been saying the Bear Lake Fan Cam brought to you by Gary McKee and Bear Lake Realty all season long, and now I've got you on the other headset. So, once again, everyone, if you're looking for a property in the Bear Lake Valley, Gary McKee and his team will certainly help you find it. And, Gary, why do you love Bear Lake so much? I love it, too. I want to hear what you have to say about Bear Lake.
You know, I never get sick of it. 30-plus years, and I love waking up to the sun going across that lake and seeing all the different, recently where the lake is freezing and thawing and freezing thaw. It's all pretty.
And we got a little bit of snow in the night, didn't we, up there in Garden City?
Finally.
Yeah, we got a lot of snow up in the Bear Lake Valley through the night.
Well needed for sure.
Alvarez, she'll kick it. We're back to game time, and Windover makes the turnover. And here's what happens, Gary, in games like this, and you know this. The underdog, they may have the lead the whole time, but once the lead gets taken back by the favorite, sometimes things start falling apart. So if you're the Rebels, you hope that's the case right now.
You want to take advantage of it, take care of the ball.
Jolly gets to McKinnon. McKinnon just had a big three. She pits it back to Jolly, then to Weston. Rebels working around the perimeter, trying to get inside to Pugmire. Jolly with a nice pump fake and drive with the floater, no good. Rebounded by Alvarez, going the other way.
That was the correct attack, though. That's where you want to attack, is at the nail right there. Attack that nail on that zone defense, and it's going to come.
And they're going to call a foul on Weston, and so Alvarez is going to go to the line to shoot three.
Yeah, this is hometown. This is hometown announcing right now, but I don't like that call.
Well, I'm the uncle, so I'll just let you do the talking on that one.
Well, I just felt like when she came down on the defender's foot.
Yep.
The defender, that's all that happened there. So she came down on her foot. The defender, to me, that's not a foul. But it's just.
So we'll see if Alvarez takes advantage of these 3 points, and she will get the first foul shot. Second one coming up here. These would all be big foul shots. They would pull within one if she makes all three. Her second is up and good. She's a good foul shooter.
Alvarez is a great player. You watch, she's running that offense. She's making sure those girls pass the ball very quickly. And on defense, she is the one I was talking about when I'm going, man, she's closing out on those threes really well. It's making it a little bit tougher for them to shoot that ball.
And I do love, and that third one goes, I do love the relationship. Her brother is the head coach for Windover.
Oh, really?
And it's fun to watch those two interact together. You can definitely tell they're siblings. McKinnon has it on the left wing, back to Jolly. Jolly to Smith. Smith passes it over. That is tipped away by Bateman. And so the Rebels will take it out on the sideline here. Pugmire enters the ball to Weston. Weston over to Jolly. Jolly to McKinnon. Weston now with the ball. She thinks about it and passes to Jolly. Weston pump fakes and drives. She goes all the way baseline, puts it up, no good. Into the hands of McKinnon, and she is fouled. She goes to the ground.
Okay, nice job. You young players just watch this game out there. McKinnon sees her dribbling on the dribble drive right there. She starts to float over from the other side. That's so important.
She immediately started sealing. Yep. Jolly inbound. She gets to McKinnon. McKinnon turns and shoots, and that just rims out. Rebounded by Jolly. She kicks it back to McKinnon and then to Weston. Weston inside to Pugmire. Pugmire turns, gives to Smith. Smith back to McKinnon for three. No good.
Oh, great fight. Good hustle.
Girls fighting for the ball here. She gets it ahead to Jolly. Jolly now has it. Great entry pass. Yes, into Pugmire. Pugmire finishes. Kira Jolly with great court vision gets it inside to Pugmire, and she finishes at the rim. Rebels now at 30-27, and they're going to get called with a foul on the ground with 1:58 to go in the third quarter.
Now, I was going to point out, as your point was earlier, the Rebels could have put this game almost not away, but they could have got a big step up. That Alvarez making those free throws was huge, and then she came in with that bounce pass just now to really almost tie up the game. Wasn't able to. Good rebound by McKinnon.
Windover had 2 tries there, both shots missed, so now Rebels with the rebound, and now they have it on their end. Weston has it up top, looking. She passes to Jolly, back to Weston, and then to McKinnon. McKinnon to Smith. Weston drives to the hole and kicks back out to McKinnon for three, and no good. Rebounded by Smith. She keeps it alive. Great effort from Paige as 5 seconds on the shot clock. Jolly tries to get into Pugmire. It is stolen away, but Pugmire keeps it alive. Out to Smith for three. Is it good? No, that would have been nice.
Keeps it alive. Boy, that was right. I thought the shot clock was going to go off.
Yep. Windover now heading the other way in transition. Alvarez for three. Just rims out. That would have tied things up, and it is tipped out of bounds and into the hands of the Rebels.
Now, once again, you young players looking at that, again, you want to go to your guy and block that out instead of Windover almost pulled off that offensive board down there. Block out's so important.
57 seconds on the clock. Rebels up 3 in the third. Weston goes off the screen and then kicks it out to Smith, who drives baseline. Back to Weston, then to McKinnon. McKinnon over to Smith. Smith drives baseline, reverse layup. Nice. Very nice finish from Page.
You know, shots like that's going to build some confidence up for the team as well.
And that gives them a 5-point lead, so now a 2-possession game. Alvarez being guarded by Weston, goes baseline, and they're going to get Weston with the foul.
Good job by Alvarez. I mean, she created that from half court on.
Yep.
Weston was up in her face, and she just kept on going into her, and finally got the call.
And that is the 4th team foul for the Rebels. 1 team foul for Windover, so the Rebels just 31 seconds on the clock, so I don't know if we'll see any bonus free throws. Definitely a scrum under the basket that ends up with Windover getting the ball back with 25.3 on the clock.
Well, that's too bad the Rebels unable to take advantage. That was a poor pass, but she just didn't see it coming. The defender, I can't remember who was there.
So Alvarez to inbound. She tries to get it in. That was
Smith.
number 20. Smith knocked it away. That was trying to find my roster here, Gary. Yeah, intended for Montalvo. And Alvarez enters it into Hicks. Hicks dribbles to her left, tries to get the entry pass into Du Bois. Du Bois steals it right back. And we do have a bonus coming up, 2 shots for Windover, as that is the 5th team foul for Rich.
You know, I asked the coach how to say Montalvo, and I can't remember what he said, but I think you got it, I hope.
Yeah, I think it's Montalvo.
Montalvo.
So, and Du Bois should be our shooter here, but it seems like either her forehead or her eyes are what's hurt there, so she's going to come out and Bateman into the game. So she'll be our shooter. So Bateman's going to come in cold off the bench and just shoot two shots here with 18 seconds to go in the third. 2 made foul shots will bring her side within 3.
Well, hopefully Du Bois can get back out there. She's a big force for Windover.
Right. So Bateman's first is up and good, rattles in. 32-28 now in favor of the Rebels. And the third quarter coming close to an end here. Bateman's shot is up, and
yeah, she came in too soon. She just stole a point away from her team. That was too bad.
Yep, so a line violation there. 16 seconds as Weston brings it across half court. Dribbles to her right. And a nice floater there from Ollie off the screen of Pugmire. 5 seconds to go. Rebels now up 34-28.
Oh, the ref missed the tip. That was off the Rebel. The ref missed it, called it the other way.
Yep, so the Rebels are going to get the ball back with 0.7 seconds. So probably nothing doing here. Maybe Weston gets one. Oh, that's good. Oh, that would have been nice. Okay, so that ends the third quarter with the Rebels 34, the Wildcats 28. We'll be back after this.
Rich County, Utah is a place where your neighbors are also your friends. A community where traditions matter and every person is important. These community values translate into an excellent school system filled with caring individuals who are committed to each student and their success in the classroom, on the field, and in life. In partnership with the entire community, Rich School District empowers learners to attain excellence through citizenship, wellness, collaborative teamwork, and academic excellence.
We are back here in the semifinal matchup of the Region 22 tournament in the girls bracket, and the Rebels up 34-28 here. Just getting ready to start the fourth quarter. And we've touched on this multiple times throughout the game. as we should, Gary. Earlier today, Rebels lost Daniel Smith, a senior at Rich High School, unexpectedly, and we continue to mourn and will for a long time to come, as this is one of those things that everyone who's involved, all of his classmates, his teammates, it'll be a life-changing thing that you hope everyone will mourn with each other and comfort each other through this very difficult time.
I just, as a father, I just don't know how you handle it. And you're a father now, Bradley.
Yep.
You know, and you just don't know how you would even handle something like that. I wouldn't even been able to start. So our hearts are out for that family.
Missed three-pointer by Rich, rebounded by Windover.
Two big misses underneath the basket earlier, and again, the concentration, full concentration just isn't there.
Maltava with the missed three, rebounded by Jolly, and she kicks it over to Weston. Weston now across half court.
Oh, great entry pass. Wide open three on that one.
And that is good.
Yeah.
Molly Weston with the big three. That couldn't have come at a better time, Gary. 37-28 now in favor of the Rebels as Pugmire tips it away, and it'll go out of bounds back into the hands of Windover.
Molly wanted her to control that tip so bad. She was wide open down for the open layup to put this game up 10+. 9-point lead now at 37-28.
And the Rebels now on defense as Alvarez dribbles in but kicks it back out. Hicks has it underneath. Rebels claps down on her. Alvarez now with 10 seconds on the shot clock. She'll skip it out to Hicks. Hicks hands to DuBois. DuBois back in the game. Her three-pointer is no good. Rebounded by Weston.
Well, Molly sees Argyle. Had it on the opposite side. That's a tough pass. So smart to not cross-court that one.
Gary, this is a big possession here. And
nice
find. And good finish for Page. I was just saying this is a big possession as the Rebels can continue to extend this lead, and they just go up double digits with that basket.
For the first time, they're up double digits in the game.
Rebels up 39-28.
This little player here at Alvarez, she's got heart, and she's going to try to do her best to put a stop to this run.
DuBois now has it on the left wing, looking to the inside. She passes it inside to Hicks. Hicks goes up and good.
Great left-hand move by Hicks. She just passing step on that first step and was open for the layup.
So 39-30 now in favor. We lost our video for just a second. We'll get that fixed. Weston tries to get it inside to Pugmire, and Pugmire gets it to Hicks. Hicks ahead to Alvarez.
Great steal by Hicks on that.
Yeah, Maltava goes for three, no good. Pugmire gets the rebound, looks ahead, great transition pass. Rebound, missed by Argyle, rebound by Weston. She'll dribble it back out with 25 on the shot clock. That was a good try there by Jolly to skip it inside to Pugmire, but not able to finish at the rim.
That used to be a money pass for Makita Anderson.
That's right. Yes, it did.
That cross court across the.
That's it did.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to a quick break. Timeout Windover. Thank you for listening on mylocalradio.com and at 98.3 KDQ FM.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
Just like to give Rocky Mountain Power some credit here for sponsoring this event. Score rebates and energy-saving heating systems, appliances, and more through the Rocky Mountain Power What's Smart Homes. Visit whatsmarthomes.com to learn more. That's Rocky Mountain Power, whatsmarthomes.com. 39-30 in the fourth quarter. Rebels finally able to break open a little bit of a lead here. 39-30. 5:07 left in this ballgame.
So Wendover not going down easy. Rebels up 9 with just over 5 minutes to go in this game, and this is the thing of it is, Gary, I mean, we blew these guys out the first game, but they obviously improved throughout the season, as this is a similar game to last time. They have spurts of being a really good team, so Coach Alvarez has done a great job with them throughout the season.
I was going to say, give some credit to the coach on that one. Hits with a long three. She's trying to do her best to keep them in the game.
Yep, and she pulls her side within 6. Weston now has it up top with just under 5 to go. She passes to McKinnon and then to Pugmire. Pugmire over to Argyle. Argyle-Smith almost stolen by Bateman. Pugmire kicks to McKinnon for 3, no good. Smith tries for the foul, or for the rebound.
She did a great job on the offensive board and picked up that foul to keep the possession.
Paige is a great offensive rebounder. You'll never see Paige start to run back for the transition defense. She goes for the rebound, and I love it. That's my favorite part of her game. Paige gets it into Weston. Weston dribbles into the key. Hands to McKinnon. Great find.
So after Wendover sneaks it back to 6, that was a great job to score on that possession. Got to credit Paige Smith for that offensive board.
This has been a battle all game, Gary, between Weston and Alvarez, and you see it there, and I love the fire between them.
Yeah. Both of them are similar quickness. And similar.
And this is their 3rd time with this matchup. That's the thing about this region tournament. It's tricky. Everyone's playing each other for a 3rd time. Not to even count next week when we could be having a 4th, between any of these teams. So Hicks drives to the hole and is fouled, so she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. She's had a great game today.
Really, that second half she's really coming on. I can think of 7 points I can think of in the second half that she's done herself.
With potentially 2 more here on the way. Her first is up and good.
Those left-handers, they're just good, aren't they?
It makes you want to be left-handed, yeah. So 41-34 now in favor of the Rebels. Hicks's second is up and good.
She's doing her darndest to keep them in the game.
Back to 6 now. Weston crosses half court. Passes to Argyle on the wing. Argyle going to get a screen from Hatch, and she'll pass to Pugmire. Pugmire to Weston. Weston over to Argyle, but they're going to say
3 seconds.
Oh, so she's saying she went out of bounds and then got the ball back, and she was the next person to touch it.
Ooh, but her feet were in. I think that's what coach is saying. Her feet were in before she come.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused about that as well.
Yeah, because she entered back onto the floor and then picked up the ball. So I'm not sure about that.
So Bateman passes to Alvarez. Alvarez drives inside to Hicks. Hicks, that's probably her best play the whole night, Gary, as she has that strong finish.
That left hand there, you're not always used to that, and she comes up hard with that left hand on the post.
Weston now has it on the wing, passes it to Smith. Smith back to Weston. Weston enters it into Hatch, back to Smith for 3. Good!
Oh, boy, that's a big shot.
Huge shot.
That's a
great
big
three-pointer
shot
from Paige Smith. Coach Lungan's going to take a timeout. We'll go to a break as well. You're listening online at mylocalradio.com and at 98.3 KDQ FM.
Reach a dedicated hometown, regional, and worldwide audience. Dive into the action with My Local Rodeo. Our high school rodeo broadcasts are the heart of the community, drawing families and fans who love to support local businesses. From prime advertising spots to exclusive sponsorships, your businesses can shine in the spotlight. Don't miss out. Contact us today and saddle up for an unbeatable advertising opportunity. My Local Rodeo, where your business becomes part of the excitement.
We are back here, Lady Rebel basketball, as the Rebels are up 7 here in the fourth quarter. Gary, I've just been at the break scrolling through Facebook, and it's whenever there's a tragedy like this that happens, it is comforting to see all the posts from everyone changing profile pictures to the Rebels, and there's pictures of Daniel been going across, obviously. it doesn't fix anything, but it sure heals your heart a little bit to see the words that people put out there, and I hope that Daniel's parents are going to be able to see some of these words that are out there on social media.
All the caring and love and concern for this family. Boy, it's always great to see. Tough time now.
Wendover back with the ball. Hicks has it. She passes to Bateman on the left wing. Bateman skips it over to Alvarez. Alvarez able to handle that pass. She drives baseline. Great defense by the Rebels as Jolly tips it out of bounds.
Is he going to call a foul on that or just out of bounds?
I think they're discussing there. Could go either way. They're just going to say it was out of bounds on Jolly.
I like the call. They're both going for a loose ball. I like the call.
So Alvarez, the inbounder, she gets it into Hicks up top. Hicks back over to Alvarez. Alvarez looking to the inside. Nothing there. They continue to work it around the perimeter. Bateman drives baseline, and
she did. She shoved off.
They're going to say she was fouled underneath. And so we have an out-of-bounds play coming up for Wendover. But time is the enemy for Wendover right now. 2:52 to go in the fourth, down 7 as the ball is inbound to Hicks at the elbow. Hicks then hands to Du Bois. Du Bois puts one up and no good. Rebound by Pugmire. Up ahead to Smith the other way. Smith just stops short, passes it to Weston up top. And then Weston over to Jolly. Jolly drives inside and just over the fingertips of Hatch.
She knew as soon as she let go of that, she had a little bit too much mustard on that one.
Been there many a times. Ball is inbounded to Bateman, heading the other way with 2.5 to go in the game.
Spoken by a four-year quarterback.
That's right. Hicks for a big 3. That banks in.
The bank was open. I saw her call it.
Hicks continues to keep her.
Hicks, she's got 15 points the second half, I think. Something like that.
West hands to Jolly. Jolly tries to get inside the Weston. Weston doesn't see it. Goes off the mark. Hicks goes the other way. No good. Rebounded by Jolly. And Jolly's going to pass it ahead to Smith. Actually, 2 minutes to go in this game.
Hicks did a good job there. She almost picked up that foul because she went into her.
Entry pass to Pugmire. Pugmire gets it back out to Weston, then over to Smith. Smith to Jolly. Jolly tries to get inside to Pugmire, and that is kicked away by Du Bois.
Let's see, on a kick ball, that's going to restart the shot clock, right?
Yeah, it'll put it at 20. I think because they let some go off.
So it doesn't restart the shot clock.
I guess not. Minute 47 to go in this game. Smith inbounds to Weston from corner. She goes for 3, no good. And that'll go out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a great call. I don't know why she let that go out.
Yep, Wendover did tip it.
Wendover tipped, I think it was off of Hicks.
That was one teammate knowing she tipped it, but the other one not realizing it.
Right.
Ball's inbound to Weston. That was a big call.
Yeah.
Weston over to Smith. Smith drives in, and she's going to kick it right back out to Weston.
You got a 4-point lead in the ball. I'd milk a few more seconds.
I think that's what they're looking to go here. Unless you have a great look, which you have one right there.
Right there, yep.
Oh, that almost went. So Pugmire's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Hatch found her on the baseline. She pumped and went to the basket, and she is fouled on that shot. So 2 big foul shots coming up here for Pugmire.
They got Du Bois for that foul, right?
I believe so. Pugmire's first is up and off the front iron. So still a 2-possession game, but not by much. It is a 4-point lead here.
It's coming down to survival here.
Pugmire's second goes. That's a big foul shot.
Yes, that is. Now it's still 2 possession, but one of them's got to be a 3, which is hard.
Moldavo gets it into Hicks, then Hicks to Du Bois. Du Bois turns and fires, and she is fouled. So she's going to go line to shoot 2.
That was a great entry pass by
I'm going to go check Hicks. The score in the other gym real fast.
So Du Bois to the free throw line, with a 5-point lead for the Rebels. Minute 13 left, trying to cut into that lead, make it a 1-possession game. Can't do it with the first miss. So now we're still in a 2-possession game with a minute 13 left. This is where the shot clock is really helped high school ball. Rebels can't hold it for the last possession with 1:13 with a shot clock. So going to be 2 possession, but she got one of them, so we're still got it back to a 4-point lead.
So those that are interested in the other gym, it is the other semifinal game in the girls bracket, Tabiona and Manila. Tabiona currently up 8 with just a few minutes on the clock as well for them. So if the Rebels can hang on and if Tabby holds on, it's going to be another rematch between Tabiona and Rich in the championship.
And that was a good job by the coach. Spread it out, got the shot that he wanted.
Alvarez puts one up and it just rims out. And now you got to wonder if Windover's going to start fouling here with 38 seconds to go.
You got to.
And they still have 3 fouls to give.
Yeah, I don't know what they're waiting for. Because they're going to milk this clock right down to 11 seconds.
Yep,
I wouldn't
they
even
are.
shoot the ball.
Yep, Weston with the spin.
Yep, double shoot. She got caught on the...
Yep. I think Molly was surprised how open of a lane there was after she turned. So 25 seconds to go here. Windover down 4. Even so, Gary, even if you can cause a turnover, I don't know why they didn't foul right off the get-go.
No, I would have, yeah.
Because even if they score here, even if it's a 3, they're down 1, they still have 3 more fouls to go until they're in the bonus.
They're not going to, they're going to just have to go for the clean still, I think, because I don't know that you can do it that quick. Maybe.
So coming up in this gym, and you can just jump back over to the continual stream that we have going. In this gym, it's going to be Windover and Tintic, which will be a great game. And in the other gym for the boys will be Manila and Tabiona. So, and obviously...
both will be great games.
Yep, and obviously our boys would be playing this next game, but due to the tragedy that occurred earlier today, the boys not playing this weekend, completely understandable, as they are going to be with each other over the weekend and process what has happened, losing a teammate, as they have state in 2 weeks, but it's something that it's going to take time. Time is what we need.
And then you just figure out it's just not as important today. This is what's important. Us all been with that family and thinking about what a tragedy they're going through.
And they've got a great leader in Coach Cornea, and he's Coach Cornea has always been very philosophical and a great thinker. He's going to He has a large task at hand to psychologically help his boys through this, but there honestly is nobody better for the job than Coach Cornea. And so our love and prayers are with the boys basketball team. And
for sure. I mean, what I love about Coach Cornea is that he knows that his job is not just to win.
Oh, yeah. He's molding young men for sure. And
that's what he's excited about, and then you can see the way he coaches.
So with 20 seconds left, Du Bois puts up a 3. Big rebound for Weston. She gets it across. And you got to think they're going to foul now, and they don't until McKinnon gets it. And Gary, I know number 3 very well, and I know she's been frustrated with some double dribbles today and some other things. I'm happy to see her get that rebound right there to get the ball back for the Rebels.
That was huge. Now you got 10 seconds left. You're gonna milk this out. You're not even gonna take a shot.
Ooh, tipped away by Du Bois, but a great job for McKinnon as she keeps it alive, and she is fouled. Windover wants a foul on McKinnon, but I didn't see it. I saw 2 players fighting for the ball.
For a loose ball. So checking for blood. No blood. They're good to go.
So coming up again, Tintic Windover, and I think based on what we have, I think Gary, you're going to be calling this game with Tintic's athletic director. So you're going to have to be the voice for Windover in this next game.
Well, there we go. We can do that.
So timeout, full timeout by Coach Lundgren. We'll go to a quick break. When we come back, 4 more seconds to go here. You're listening online at mylocalradio.com and listening in at 98.3 KDQ FM.
Hey, it's Hunter here with Les Schwab. Just want to let you know we have America's Best Tire Warranty. It's now available at all Les Schwab Tire Centers. It includes our no-hassle road hazard protection, free tire maintenance, and a 60-day ride satisfaction guarantee included for free. Come visit us at Les Schwab Tire Centers today at 157 Bear River Drive in Evanston.
Okay, we are back. Rebels up 4 with 4.9 to go. Looking to close this out.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough task for Wendover to get back in this for sure. Now 4, now 3.
So Weston
Game's
gets it.
over.
She's just going to dribble it out. And there you go, Gary. The Rebels, in the midst of adversity and tragedy, able to get the win. It didn't matter who they played tonight. It was going to be a very hard game to handle. Yep.
It's just survival, and now they can get some sleep, hopefully. But boy, what a day! It's a different day. It's where basketball just.
It's been a very long day, and it can't be said enough. Our prayers go out to the family of Daniel Smith following his passing earlier today.
Yeah. Listen, I want to give Wendover credit. And especially the Hicks girl.
Yep. Played
very
well.
Her guts out that second half and almost pulled off an upset. That was a very Coach Alvarez did a great job prepping them for this game. Had a great scheme. Had a great. They had a chance. They were there.
Absolutely. So that'll be it. Rich Rebels 45, Wendover Wildcats 41. Hop over to the other stream for Gym A or Gym 1, and it'll be Tintic versus Wendover and the boys. If you jump to the Gym B stream, it's going to be the boys Tabiona versus Manila. Thank you for tuning in.